Welcome back to Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel, and I'm your host, Fam the Fabulous. For more ideas, inspiration, swaps, and challenges, click the link in the description below to join our craft community, the Maker Exchange, on Facebook. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, all my artists, creatives, crafters, and makers. Welcome back to the Lovely Lab, and welcome to our second sip and share of 2022. Now, if you're new to the channel and you're not familiar with the concept of the sip and share, it's really where I take a moment away from my crafting tutorials and being live on camera, if that's something that I've done, to just share with you what's going on in my life. And it's really just my way of connecting with my the creative community and my craft family here in the Lovely Lab. So some of the things that I'll go over are, obviously what I'm sipping on, what I'm watching on TV or YouTube, what I'm listening to, reading, what I'm working on currently craft-wise, and what I'm planning. And sometimes I'll mention what where I've been, or what, some other personal, non-craft related conversations, So let's start off what I'm sipping on. Now, also, let me just add, if you have not already subscribed to the channel and you might enjoy sipping it along with me and sharing in the comment section what's going on in your neck of the woods, now's a great time to hit the subscribe button along with the notification bell so that you can, be a part of our community and participate in the ongoing conversation and dialogue, right? All right, so I'm sipping on ginger and honey, okay? It's a cold morning. And honestly, I could use a little caffeine, but I'm going for the ginger because I had a little tummy issue yesterday, and I just want to make sure I start the day off without any of that. So ginger and honey is what I'm sipping on, okay? It's a delicious combo. Now, and I recommend it if you have issues and you don't really want to be relying on medications. Now, that's not to say, aside from that's not necessarily to take the place of medical advice from your doctor. This is just, you ate something bad, go ahead and sip some tea, ginger tea. All right, so what I'm watching, I am watching Man and Wife still. We're on season 2, and Law and Order, Organized Crimes. That's Elliot Stabler, my first boyfriend. By this time, me and my husband, we've been together for 15 years. He's got to know that, I got a crush on Elliot with his ruggish self, Which, now that I think about it, my husband is kind of like him, just in another form. He's just as aggressive, But I've been watching Law and Order for a couple decades at this point, and it's Elliot, to say the least. What I'm reading, I'm still trying to finish up on that, the Bible in 1 Year devotional. So I've kind of put everything off to the side. There are a couple of books that I saw in Audible, or in Kindle that I want. Oh my gosh, there's so many. One is by not Toni Morrison. Might be Toni Morrison, but it's another African American woman author Terry McMillan. It's a new Terry McMillan book. I definitely want to check that out. But I got to finish up this devotional because that, and I have to study, do some biblical studies for a leadership class that I'm in. So I really can't add any entertaining reading on my plate at the current time. So that's what I'm working on. I've actually got like 10 days left of that Devo, guys. So if I stay to the course, and cut out the foolishness, I'll be done with it. It's only taken me almost 2 years. So, but slow and steady, right? What I'm planning right now, I'm actually planning to work on Sonia's monthly challenge for January. Sonia of ARTSY Solution. It used to be Sonia Stover. Her channel used to be called Sonia Stover, but she changed it to ARTSY Solutions, which actually I love the name because it's actually a lot more fitting for what she provides on her content. Because, This woman comes up with ideas like nobody's business. But she has monthly challenges that she has posted on her blog. So I've downloaded, let's see, I've downloaded hers, and I'm going to drop a link to her blog where her this month's challenges, or the year's challenges is, and it's on her blog, Multimedia Crafts Digital Designs. So this month is the month of January, winter theme ink. Use hashtag JanFave to 2020. So you are to use ink spray, distress inks, paint, alcohol ink, printer, refill ink, ink pen, ballpoint, magic marker, Sharpie, highlighter, etc. So I challenge you to create some of your favorite things using some of the most desired media and techniques. Here's a list of prompts for each month to help guide you through your creative journey this year. You must use at least 3 from each list per month to complete your projects. You can combine those 3 with anything else to add in your creation. Share them on your favorite social media platforms all month long using the hashtag provided for each month. Okay, so that is Sonia's. There'll be a link below to that, her blog, where that is posted, and I think it's a PDF that you just download and you can print, or you can just, go back each month, but that'll be there. I am also planning, well, actually, speaking of which, we're going to move on to what I'm working on, and that will be project share, so hold just a moment. All right, so this here is my newest, well, it's more like my YouTube and Patreon, so in social media planner. So in here, like, I have one I've shown you guys that I use for the past 2 years. Let me bring that out. So this is the one that I use for the past 2 years, maybe even a little bit longer. Let me see how far back it goes. Oh my gosh, there's so much information in here. 2019, that's right. So look how thick that sucker is. Now this is the newest one. Look how thick that thing has gotten, because I actually add in like pre-printed calendars and, my prompts and things like that, or my video titles and ideas. And then I also keep track of, let's see if I have it in here already, swaps, and like when I create something and I send a gift out, I just keep track of that in the back. In addition to like the tracking information, I'll just slap that sticker in here. Here is where I document my video concepts and titles, and when I post them, and my release schedule. Let me just show you what I did on here, because I put every craft medium I could possibly think of. It's just the hodgepodge of stuff. But now this is from my digital kit. Now if you see here, let me just focus that. You see here, this is a technique that I learned from Robin McClendon, just using tissue paper and metallic paints, putting different designs, using different, like, stampings and smaller elements, laying it all out on, what is it, tissue paper, because it's so translucent once you put glue, once you collage with it. So you can barely see that that's tissue paper, but nevertheless, that's 2 different tones of metallic paint. Then we have a wooden not chipboard. It's like, I don't even know what you want to call it, but it's like a wooden die cut. Here's another one, but I embossed this with the mixed media powder by Ranger. Love that stuff. Just look at the detail on that. Isn't that gorgeous? It is so pretty. And then this is a jelly print from like last year. This is one of my prints. It's a, let's see, word prompts that I printed out maybe a year ago. A little bit of cheesecloth, some more jelly print there, and this is another digital of mine. I think this is from the fall digital. It's the same sheet. And then on the back, I just did some stamping. The backs, I always reserve that for like shenanigans, because nobody's looking at that, and I just use scraps and stampings and die cuts. Although I love this one, this dragonfly. That was a given to me in Happy Mail. And, you know, just toy around with some ideas and concepts and what have you. But this is ultimately what I worked on this week. In addition to that, this is from a sketch that I created. Let's see how long ago. About a year ago. And what I did with this one is I used the little pieces that come in your when you get dies in they're attached, you know, like a nesting of dies. They're usually attached by some metal pieces. Well, I just had a new one that came in, and when I popped them loose, these are the pieces that came off of it. So I just used that to create her earring. And these are Nuvo drops. Watercolored this. What I did was the sketch that I created last year, and this is a loose interpretation of one of my siblings. I printed that on white cardstock, washed the entire thing with a clear gesso, and then I used watercolors to lay some color down on the page, and then, you know, a little eyeshadow there. Well, it's not eyeshadow, it's metallic luster. And then I stamped some feathers down here and used some acrylic paint markers down there. And so I'm going to fussy cut this out and probably add it to a canvas and send that to my sister. Okay, I love that. And I made this print, the actual sketch, available as this month's freebie in my Patreon. So if that's something that you're interested in, there's a link down below to my Patreon channel. Now, as you saw on camera, up in the corner, we worked on our very first index card or art prompt for the word grace this week. And I needed a box for that. So I need something temporary. So I just grabbed what I had around the house and covered it with some cardstock. And I'm just getting ready to assemble all of this so that I can have a place to house them while I go out and shop for a actual wooden one that I can decorate and, you know, add some beauty to. And so right for now, I just need a place to put them so that they're not just laying on my desk, and I can easily reach for them. So just cover them with some cardstock. And so that's for that. That is what I've been working on this week. I think that pretty much sums that up. And again, look down in the links below for Sonia's monthly challenge. Okay. And yeah, that was it. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the project shares. And remember, so we've got 2 series that we're working on throughout the year. We have our weekly index card art, where each week we take one of the word prompts that are found on the PDF that I provided you with, and each week there'll be a link to that PDF that you use throughout the year. And we create one little piece of art. And at the end of the year, we'll have 52 pieces of art for a mini art collection that we can display, share, swap, or exchange with others. All right. And then second up, we also have the Canvas Art Challenge, the 2022 Canvas Art Challenge. And that will be each month we take a inexpensive piece of canvas, you know, from Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Hobby Lot, wherever you can find it at. And we explore a little bit of mixed media art together. Okay. And in that challenge, there are a list of items that we're going to use that month. We're going to challenge ourselves to go beyond what we're used to reaching for. You know, we always reach for the paint, for the paint or the stamps, but we want to push ourselves, you know, challenge ourselves to do a little bit more, think outside the box, and maybe even sit for a second to explore what else is in our creative spaces that we can use, right? Okay, so that being said, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me for this sip and share. I hope you will continue to come back so we can chit chat. Let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods, whether it's in your craft life or your personal life. Not too personal, you know, I'm not asking if you're going through a divorce or anything like that, or if, you started back to therapy. I'm just saying, are you going on a vacation? What projects have you finished? What are you anticipating starting? What are you looking forward to? But I want to thank all those who are current subscribers for returning, and for those who are new to the channel, welcome. And for those who have not already subscribed, again, now's a great time to do so. Now, until we're back here together on YouTube, guys, I would like for you to just stay encouraged, stay blessed, stay creative and crafting. And don't forget, that's ginger and honey in here. Ginger and honey. Heal thyself. Know thyself. Be good to thyself. Bye for now.
If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to join the crafty community, and be sure to click the bell for notifications of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Now stay tuned for more from Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. Bye for now.